As a general education teacher, I would meet with a parent or guardian to explain the different processes that it takes to get a child qualified for special services. By doing this, I would explain to the parent that an IEP is an individual education program. Um, the most important thing to remember is there's a lot of collaboration between different people, a group, a team. It's a team effort, and the communication has to be open. I would try to make the parent feel at ease, and this is a process. And it's a very simple process if it's done the right way. The team normally includes the parent, the students, administrators, the principal, possibly special ed teacher, and the general education teacher. The IEP team holds meetings with all the participants where they discuss the strengths, the weaknesses, and the needs of the child. They collaborate in discussions and they help tailor a program designed especially for that student. The IEP outlines the goals and the services that will be provided um, for the child. Parents are encouraged to be involved. They play a very crucial part of the team. They know more about their child, and so they're encouraged to come and be very open and keep that communication going throughout the whole process, and then afterwards too. The IP, like I said, it outlines goals, and the student is also asked to be a part of the team because they know themselves and they can share things that maybe they haven't said before or a teacher didn't pick up on. And it's just a very important thing to keep that communication between each member. The referral process has very clear steps to it. The people involved are usually the parent can refer, a medical doctor can refer a student, a teacher can refer a student, as an administrator can. Sometimes childcare workers can refer, but it starts a process. And once that process, once a child is referred, they have 14 days to determine whether there needs to be an evaluation. And that's just the next step. After the referral is done, an evaluation is done, and usually a school psychologist does this, and they write a written report about what they observe, their behaviors, their academics, anything that can contribute to the part of this, seeing if the child needs to be um, qualified for special services. A school psychologist assesses the student in all areas um, that, especially if there's a suspected disability, he will observe or she will observe that area. The data used then in the evaluation is used to develop an IEP. The eligibility determination is the next step, and it involves a team along with the parents and the student, and it's to collaborate and to support that student's needs. Students, if they qualify for the special services, there's it has to follow the federal law and the state law. But a student that has a disability is defined by the individuals under the Education Act, and usually it's a physical disability or cognitive disability. It can be emotional, a condition, sometimes behavior. It affect anything that affects the education performance. Also, there's another qualification that is the student requires special education services to benefit from education. Um, Usually, it's specialized instruction, accommodations, or anything beyond what is considered in the general ed classroom. During the IEP meetings, the team discusses the student's strengths, the student's current performance, the goals, the future, and any necessary accommodations, modification, or specialized services that will provide support for that student. Um, by explaining the evaluation process, the eligibility criteria, and the collaborative nature of the IEP. The team is important. Um, it's important for the parents to understand the need for them to be involved in order to assure the positive and support of this child. Um, the IEP is a document. It's created for the student who receives the special education. The IEP outlines the student's desired outcomes, the goals, and the tailored support that is going to be given to the child. There's always ongoing communication throughout this process and then afterwards also between the school and the parents. An IEP meetings are usually held every year, at least once a year. If parents have any questions or concerns, they should immediately um, come in contact with the school to set up meetings, or if medication changes, there just needs to be a clear communication throughout the whole time. Open communication is essential for the success of the child. The ethical responsibility for teachers is a responsibility that most teachers have anyway. They know that they are to carry out the IEP according to the federal and the state laws. Also, to protect the privacy of the student, no matter what, the IEP forms and documents should be locked up just to protect that child. Safeguarding the honor of the profession, that's protecting teachers' roles in the IEP process and making sure that everything's kept confidential and within that realm. There are many ways to go about meeting with parents and talking to parents. Keeping that open communication is very important.